When I moved to Poland at 19, I expected things to be different. But man, there were so many things that shocked me. A lot of things that shocked me. Hey there, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Delight and welcome to my channel. It's really nice to have you here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the things that shocked me when I first came to Poland. So just for context, I am African. To be specific, I'm Zimbabwean. So I was coming from Africa and I was moving to Europe. So definitely there were a lot of things that shocked me because there are so many things that are different between the two continents, from culture to the weather and things like that. So today we're going to be delving into that and we're going to be talking about the things that really shocked me. So the first shock for me was actually the weather. The weather really shocked me. So we'll start with the Polish winters. With the winter here is not to play with. The winter here is really cold. I remember during my first winter, it was snowing so bad, it was windy, it was extremely cold, and I was definitely not ready for this. I knew that I was coming to a country that has cold winters, but I didn't think that it would be this cold. So I definitely struggled during my first winter, and even till now it's not something that I can get used to. It's not something that I can adjust to, and I know so many people feel the very same way because I'm coming from Zimbabwe. Like, the weather was always warm. Now I'm realizing that even the winters we had back home were actually pretty warm. They were actually pretty warm, and on some days I really do wish I could actually have the winter from back home here in Poland. So that goes to explain how cold it is here. Like, you can't leave the house without layering. You have to wear stockings that are fleece lined, that are insulated so that you don't feel cold. You have to put on a lot of jackets in order for you to feel warm. But I would say that the good thing about the system and how they structured things here is that when you are inside a building, it's always warm. It's always warm. So that's something that I really do appreciate. So when you're outside, it's going to be really cold, but when you're inside, it's going to be fairly warm. So whatever you're going to be wearing needs to be conducive for the warm environment inside a building, and it also has to be conducive for the very cold weather that will be outside. And also, speaking on the weather, because it's extremely cold, it gets dark at like 3 p.m. during peak winter. So you can imagine, you just woke up and just a few hours passed by and now it's already dark outside. So for me, that was very shocking because it was always sunny up to like maybe during winter in Zimbabwe, it would get dark around maybe 5-6 p.m. I don't quite remember, but yeah, I think around that time. So it was quite shocking for me to find that, oh, it's 3 p.m. and it's dark and I need to go outside and it's still dark. So that was very interesting for me. And also the flip side of it, we're going to be talking about the summers in Poland. The summer here is so beautiful. It gets extremely hot, which of course is expected. Nothing quite shocking because back home it used to be really hot as well. But why is it getting dark at 9 p.m.? Like, that was also very shocking for me to find that, oh, it's getting dark at 9 p.m. So I'd say that there are two extremes when it comes to the weather here. And just for people that want to come, people that want to visit, people that want to settle here, if you're coming from, not even coming from warm countries, I think in general you need to be taking vitamin D because you're going to really need it because the sun is nowhere to be found. So you need those supplements to just keep your immune system healthy. And because it's extremely cold, you're more prone to get flu, to get colds, to have fevers and things like that. So you have to stay on top of your supplements, to stay on top of your concoctions and things like that, and to always be warm. The second thing that shocked me is how public transport is very quiet. Honestly, coming from back home, everyone was like everyone's friend. Everyone is greeting each other. It's just noisy in the streets, on the bus. People are talking. You could literally talk to a stranger sitting next to you when you were on public transport. But here, everyone is minding their own business. Everyone is just reading a book. Everyone's listening to music. Other people are just staring into space. They're just looking. So it was very interesting for me because it was very shocking. It was very shocking. Back home, even when you meet people that are older than you, you would just greet people, even people that you don't even know, whoever it is, you would just, greet them, and it was very normal. You just exchange greetings and things like that. But here, it's not always the case. There are situations where maybe in your apartment building, when you see people that you usually see, you can greet them. But on public transport, it's not that easy to just start a conversation with someone who's sitting next to you. I don't know if there's anyone who has managed to. If you're living in Poland, please do let me know if you have managed to start a conversation with a complete stranger that is not from your continent. I'm specifically referring to Africans here. It's easier to start conversations with Africans, but with the citizens of this country, it's a bit difficult. So yeah, that was something that really, really shocked me. Still on that same note, on public transport, I would say that the public transport system here is very efficient. It's very efficient. If the bus is set to come at 19:20, best believe it will come at 19:20. You can also check the time that the bus might delay by. So all that information is given to you. So I use Google Maps, and I'm always aware of the time that the bus is coming. If it's going to delay, they will definitely update. So that's very good. So we have trains, we have trams, we have buses. And in summer, some people use bicycles and things like that, and scooters as well. So it's very interesting, and it's so efficient compared to back home. I know if you're Polish and you're watching this, I'm sure there are things that you would want to change and things like that. But honestly, coming from where most of us come from, it's definitely efficient, and it's something to be grateful for. The next shock was the language barrier. I mean, listen. Before I came here, of course, I knew that people here speak Polish, but I thought that everyone speaks, I guess, Polish, and they also speak English just as much, and the two coexist together. But to my surprise, most people here just speak Polish. And it was so interesting for me because, I mean, I came from my studies that are in English, but the moment I step outside, I have to sort of interact with people in Polish, but also I can't speak Polish. So it made things so difficult for me. So even in grocery stores, I constantly have to be translating to see the ingredients that are in a particular thing. I have to translate to see if this is icing sugar or if this is granulated sugar. So the nitty-gritties like that always were, or actually they still are, part of my everyday life. So yeah, that was a huge shock for me, for sure. So for someone who is planning on coming to Poland, if you're coming to settle, coming to study, coming to work, I would say start learning Polish now. Start learning now, because it makes life so much easier for you. It makes it so much easier. And even when you are sick, you need to go to the doctor, you need to go to the hospital, to the clinic. Most people there speak Polish, so please do learn the language, and trust me, you would thank yourself for doing that. I do understand that it's a very difficult language to learn. It's not easy at all, but if you're planning on staying here long term, yes, this is your sign to start learning Polish. And actually, speaking of grocery stores, the grocery stores here close very, very late. Some of them close at 11 p.m. Life is still going on for people here. And for me, that is very shocking. It was very shocking for me in the beginning, because back home, stores would be closed by 8 p.m. latest. 8 p.m. latest. And seeing that a store is still open at 11, that was very shocking for me, but also very convenient, because if after school I need to get groceries, I can still go, I can go anytime as long as it's still within that window. But also, still on the same note, on Sundays, the grocery stores do not open unless it's Trade Sunday or something like that they have here. that's when they do open on Sundays, but most of the time the stores are closed on Sundays. So if you're coming here, please also take note of that, and just always make sure that your groceries are done by Saturday so that you have something to eat on Sunday. So yeah, that's something that was quite shocking for me. So the same thing that happens on Sundays is the same thing that happens as well during public holidays. So maybe let's imagine a public holiday where actually Christmas, let's use the Christmas season for better context, right? So you know how we have Christmas, and then we have Christmas on the 25th, and then we have, I believe it's Boxing Day on the 26th, and then I don't know, there's just like a lot of holidays during that period. So what you have to do is you have to make sure that your groceries are done on the 24th. Latest, I believe, should be 12 noon, or I'm not sure, but yeah, you have to make sure that everything is done on the 24th of December, because on the 25th everything is going to be closed. On the 26th everything is going to be closed. So what are you going to eat? So you need to make sure that you buy your groceries, you do everything that you need to do before they close groceries during the festive season or during any public holidays. Yeah. So yeah, do make sure of that. So for me, one thing I absolutely love about Poland is that it's so safe. It's really, really safe. So for me, it was quite shocking that I could go for groceries even at like 10 p.m. And still come back home and I'm safe, and I didn't have any encounters with I guess robbers or any of those bad things that some people encounter in other countries. So for me, that's something that I really value and something that I'm so grateful for. It's absolutely safe, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, whether you're young, whether you're old. Everything is just safe for you. You can just walk in the streets, but of course there are instances where you just also have to exercise caution. There's nothing wrong with exercising caution, but truly it's a really, really safe country. So even if you're planning to come and travel, even if you're on your own, even if you have other people, it's absolutely safe. It's definitely safe. You have nothing to worry about. Even though some of these things surprised me at first, I can safely say that this is my everyday life and I'm used to it now. And living here has just opened my mind to different possibilities, new experiences. And I think even if I were to move from here to a different country, I think I've got this. I think I've got this. So thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. Thank you so much, and please do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. And I hope to see you when you tune in next time. See ya.